Oh shoot, I forgot to pay the hold on, let me play the rest of it because y'all will fight me if I don't play. If I don't play the other one, y'all gonna fight me. Hold on, let me get it. Let me get it. I forgot. Hold on. Let's get into some things of the things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. Y'all. It fits me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I said, Lord, they gonna get me, honey. Y'all know y'all get me if I don't play that. Y'all be in my comments. Y'all get me. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody had a great day. If you believe in the things of the things, yesterday was the beginning of Holy Week or Passion Week, as some people call it. Yesterday was Palm Sunday. I went church yesterday and got my palm. I got my palm. And my little nephew, he's a junior usher down to the church. He's a junior usher. And so he was at the door when I got to church handing out the programs. And then he was the one that gave me my palm. I got up and went to go to the bathroom. He gave me my palm. He wasn't supposed to give me my palm. Listen, I don't think he was supposed to give it to me that soon. I think he was supposed to wait till at the end of service. But that's okay. He looked out for Auntie. He looked out for Auntie, and Auntie got her palm before service was over. Okay? So when there was a mad dash at the end for the palm, I was good. Chuck, I'm sorry about the commercials. Listen, just for future reference, I always set the commercials on the same setting. So if y'all see more commercials, it's because of YouTube. It ain't really be. I always put it on that medium setting. So I never put it on a higher setting. So if it's more commercials or more often, then it. But I ain't put it over there to the YouTube people. People be fighting over the palm. If it ain't enough palm. Now, when I was younger, I grew up Catholic. So when I went to Catholic church, literally at the end of service on Palm Sunday, it would just be a table full of palm. Like it would just be, it would be more palm than we needed. Now, I don't know what they did with the extra palm, but it would be more palm than we needed. And I don't know what this thing is now with y'all, but these churches don't have enough palm. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So before we get started, I want to shout out to Kenneth. I know people don't always like being put on the spot, but Kenneth, as you guys know, Kenneth pledged to donate enough to cover 10 families for our Easter dinner, and he did that. And I just want to say thank you. I'm not putting you on the spot in a good way or bad way. I just want to say thank you. I really appreciate that. And I was out all day yesterday, y'all. I told y'all I was going to start ordering the baskets on Sunday. Baby, I was in them streets. I didn't get home until almost 10 o'clock last night. So I will be ordering them while I'm sitting here watching the basketball game tonight. I will be ordering them. The palms are burned for ash. Well, I knew they burned palms for ash. Okay. I knew they burned the palm. I knew ash. Let me get it out. I knew the ashes on Ash Wednesday were burnt palm. I knew that. But I never really believed that they held on to the palm for a year. I always thought that was a lie. So that was really what they did. I always thought that was a lie. With that being said, you guys, we at the end of Friday, we ended up with like 35 names. So if you would like to donate, you can still donate. 10 names are definitely covered, and you guys have been donating. But if you want to donate, you still want to make a donation towards the Easter basket, you may do so. You can send Cash App, you can Zelle it, or you can PayPal it. And to Zelle or PayPal, send it to this email address. Hold on. Yeah. And like I said, I'm going to start ordering the baskets today. What's the meaning of the palm? So the palm represents when Jesus came into Jerusalem. When he first showed up on Sunday, remember he came in like a king. They honored him and they laid palm down on the ground as he came into the city, as he was riding. Some say it was a donkey, some say it was a horse, whatever. As he was riding his animal into the city, the people laid palm down. So the palm on Sunday, the Sunday before Easter, is to represent that event. And then on Ash Wednesday, which starts Lent season, the ash is the burnt palm from, I guess it was the year before. I never believed that, but I guess that's true. Jerusalem, thank you. Ooh, I was a little shaky on that one. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I was a little shaky on the Jerusalem part. But I know Jerusalem. I just was thinking something different. But yes, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Woo. You just got back in from DC this weekend. Was in and out. You were in and out. Oh, yeah. It marks the beginning of Holy Week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Friday at most churches on the Friday do the last 7 words or the Stations of the Cross. We used to always do in the Catholic Church, we always did the Stations of the Cross, which were always very, if you go somewhere where they're doing well, they are very, 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 they are very, it's very powerful if you go to a church where they're doing well. The last 7 words are pretty good, but I grew up on the Stations of the Cross. And so I just told the story, ma'am. Shut up. I just literally told the story. Go sit down somewhere. Anyway, yeah, somber. There you go, somber. And I've participated in the Stations of the Cross. Again, I grew up Catholic, so we did it every year. So I participated. My sister, my brother, we all participated in the Stations of the Cross. So I may slide into a Catholic church this weekend and go see it. I'm going to have to find out. My church that I grew up in, the church I grew up in is in bad shape. Oh, that's one thing about the Catholic Church that I do not like. The Catholic Church is probably one of the richest churches in the world, if not the richest church in the world, but definitely one of the richest religions, I should say. And it makes no sense that they have parishes that are just in such bad shape and disarray. Like, I don't know, that bothers me. It always has. But the church, I went to a funeral there, maybe about 6 months ago, and it's just in really bad shape. Like, it needs a lot of work. So I don't know if they're even doing I don't even know if they're doing the Stations of the Cross. But I have some friends that are still very much in the Catholic Church, and they probably know where they're doing it. Yeah, they're on Fridays. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're on Fridays. I might try to find, now I'm thinking about it, I might try to find somebody that's doing the Stations of the Cross. My mom just preached yesterday and the last 7 saints. Okay. They're doing it at my mom's church on Friday. They're doing it every hour on the hour starting at noon. They're going to do one saying every hour. They're going to have a different preacher preach it. I'm going to share it on my wall because my mom's church, they'll stream it. So I'll share it on on my wall if they're going to be streaming that. And then at 7 o'clock for the last word, they're going to have prayer and stuff like that. That's going to be really nice. Shout out to Black Catholics. Do you ever go to St. Augustine's? I love going to the shrine for the smell of the incense. Shout out to Black Catholics. Yes, I'm a Black Catholic. 2, do you ever go to St. Augustine's? I have. I mean, I don't go right now. I have. I knew Reverend Stallings. Before he left the Catholic Church. I knew the choir director. She taught at my school. The choir director of St. Augustine's, she taught at my school. So yeah, I've been to St. Augustine's and I know St. Augustine's well. Yeah. I love going to the shrine. That's where I graduated from. I graduated from the shrine. Hold on, let me see what Mims is trolling me about. She can report on the Madison Michelle mess, but don't know the Easter Sunday history. Anyway, moving right along. I literally told the story. Stop trolling me. Thank you for the super chat. Moving right along. Wait a minute. What you saying? What Chuck saying? You guys are doing, y'all are doing y'all's Friday at noon? I ain't paying no attention to Mims. Mims just want to troll. But thank you for the super chat. I went to St. Augustine's for elementary school. It was a great time. Really? I keep forgetting. Are we in the same age group? Then we probably know some of the same people. Are we in the same age group, Kim from DC? Because, baby, I knew some people that went to St. Augustine. I'm still friends with. Reese's Pieces. Hey, girl. Thank you for being a member for 71 months. I know you, because I know where you went to high school. So I know you graduated from the Shrine. Because I know where you went to high school. Wait a minute. Tracy said the bar is open. Hold on. Let me scroll up and let y'all know what's on the bar. Because I went right by it. I blame Mims because he was trolling me and I miss Tracy. Tracy said the bar is open when they have peach hurricane, cranberry, apple martini, brown sugar, whiskey sour. And for the non-drinkers, an apple caramel spritzer. Well, that apple caramel spritzer sound good. Add me a shot of Jack Daniel's honey. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, Miss Baythang said, get her a wine flight. Mm-hmm. Right. Mims paid money just to troll you. I know, right? But I appreciate it. Really be a lot of churches have Monday, Thursday night service as well as Good Friday service. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure do. Six figure. What year did you graduate from Seton? If you don't mind me asking. Yo, I can't wait to meet and party with everyone on this cruise. Baby, we were talking about that Saturday, how we can't wait for this cruise. No, man, we're about 7 years apart, but the stories those walls could tell. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Okay, we're about 7 years apart. Okay, so yeah, we don't know no people. But we probably still know some people in common. Like the choir director who was the choir director who teaches at my school, she's still at the high school I went to. And you probably know her. Six figure. Baby, listen, you probably know my sister. My sister graduated from Seton. She graduated in 96. My sister graduated in 96, so you might know my sister. I graduated in 92, so I'm a little older than you, but you probably know my sister. Sure, you sure might. What up, Terrence? What's up, boo? Pass me one of them non-alcoholic drinks. Went to the quinceañera and a pool party this weekend, recovering from the shenanigans. I know that's right. Ronnie, who went to Seton? A lot of people went to Seton, Ronnie. Child. Is it more that went to private than public? I don't know. That's an interesting question. Who all went to public school? Who all went to private school? You were born in 92, Uncle J. Uncle J, don't say stuff like that. You went to St. Augustine's now. You went to the school years ago. Oh, I go to St. Augustine now. Oh, you go to the church now. You went to the school years ago. Well, when did you baby, listen, when did you graduate? I'm old as dirt. I graduated from Seton in 82. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you went to Seton. You might know my cousin. My cousin graduated in 85. You might know my cousin. Yeah. Look, it's a small world. But we ain't even started talking about nothing. We over here talking about high schools and stuff. It's a small world. You went to Notre Dame after SA is closed now. I know my dad wanted me to go to Notre Dame. Yep. My dad wanted me to go to Notre Dame. So I know Notre Dame. Yeah, listen, I don't think it's any. I wanted to go to public school so bad. My parents were like, absolutely not. I wanted to go to public school. They wouldn't let me. You graduated from Sean 85? Oh my gosh. I went to public and have a master's degree. What does one have to do with the other, Kenneth? I mean, I'm glad, but what does one have to do with the other? They had an all-class reunion last year. I went because I'm gonna say this and then we're gonna move on. Me, my sister, and both of my cousins, we all went to Seton, and they had an all-class reunion last year, and I went. But all four of us went. Sure did. I sure did. So you should have came through. You'd have seen me. I was there. It's such a small world. Look at that. I didn't realize I had some seating people on here. I normally don't say what school I went, but I think this might be the first time I said what high school I actually graduated from. Honestly, I don't think I've said that in the past. What high school I went to. I was raised Catholic, but I'm no longer practicing Catholic. Catholicism is common in the Black community in Southwest. Oh, yes, big in Louisiana. Absolutely. I would say I'm no longer practicing Catholic. I don't go to Catholic church anymore, but I really don't go to any church regularly anymore. But when I do go, I normally just go to my mom's church. I used to still go to Catholic church, but like I said, the church I grew up in, it's kind of depressing because it's so run down now and it needs so much work. It looked like the church on Sister Act 2. Maybe they need to win a choir contest or something. It's just really run down. Not I was kicked out. I was in Eastern when Dave Chappelle said it was too many people in there in 87, graduated in 88. My brother graduated from McKinley in 80, either 87 or 88. He graduated from McKinley. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Let's close these doors. Because, child, we done went out. I don't even know how we got started, child. What? Because I was talking about Palm Sunday. Let's get into it, honey. Let's go ahead and close these doors. We got 236 people in this room. Let's close these doors.
Close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
All right, y'all. All right. It is, I told y'all I would give y'all the update, a weekly update on where we are with our road to 20K. We need 10 more subscribers to get to 9,400 subscribers. We're at 9,390 as of the beginning of this live. So if we get 10 more subscribers, we'll pass that threshold of 19,400. So am I right? Hold on, shit. I'm trying to guess. Let me look. And y'all know there was this glitch this morning with YouTube. I went to go look on my YouTube studio, and it says 0 subscribers. I said, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, 9,000. Okay, 9,392. We need 8 more to cross that threshold. Mm-hmm. You just saw the cherry blossom crowd. I never thought that Kent is some of the best universities in the country are public. Yeah, I never would have. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. It's really not a whole lot to talk about today, so let's just go ahead and get into it. We're going to get to the T.S. Madison, and somebody said, who's Michelle Brown? Michelle A.T. Alien Brown. I didn't write A.T. Alien up there. That's probably what I should have wrote, because I think most of y'all know her as A.T. Alien, but it is what it is, child. It is what it is. So let's get into it. As you guys know, I will be reviewing The Real Housewives of Rhode Island that debuts Thursday night. And of course, you know, just like with Chili, and we done found out all the Chili's business, it has been reported that Alicia Carmody from The Real Housewives of Rhode Island has donated $565 to Trump's campaign. So before people start asking, like, well, you gonna cancel her too? She white. I feel like if they ran the list of every single housewife and they husbands, I feel like the list would be a lot longer. I don't know why they just stopped at her. And let's be clear. At $565, Chili still gave more than her to the Trump people. I'm just saying. I mean, if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Right. In Rhode Island, who's surprised? Now, I did see something interesting. Somebody on the internet was saying, do we give black men the same smoke as we give the black women when it comes to being a Trump supporter? And this is what I'm going to say. And this is going to be something that people may not like. And I said this with the Snoop situation. Y'all ain't going to like what I'm about to say. I want you to hear me out before I finish. I want y'all to hear my whole thought before y'all start yelling at me. Hear the whole thought. When it comes to Snoop, the black community can't cancel Snoop. Snoop has crossed that barrier. Snoop is in white people territory. Snoop is getting deals that black people can't pressure people to cancel. And what I mean by that is this. He's getting contracts with NBC Universal. He's getting contracts to do the Olympics. He's on the shows like The Voice. He's having deals. Now, can we stop supporting Snoop as a community? Absolutely. But what is Snoop putting out that we tangibly that we can stop consuming? He doesn't put out music anymore. Now, he is the owner. He does now own Death Row, so we can stop supporting artists on Death Row Records, right? People like October London, who I love to death. I mean, we can stop supporting that, but if all the black people stop watching the Olympics are still gonna happen. Who watched the Winter Olympics? And y'all know I love the Summer Olympics, but I can promise y'all, I don't think I saw any of the Winter Olympics. But Snoop was there. Him and Martha Stewart. Now, when it comes to let's use Nelly as an example. Yes, we can stop supporting and stop consuming Nelly, and it will hurt him. It will hurt him. What's up, Monk Chip? It will. It will hurt him. I told y'all, and I can only speak for myself. Do I think that black men get the same smoke as black women? No, I don't. For the ones that we can penetrate, no, they don't. In my opinion, they do not. Nelly didn't, I mean, we talked about it for a few days, but when Nelly's show came out, I know I didn't watch it, and I told y'all that was why I chose not to watch it. I chose not to watch it. I chose not to review it because of him performing at the inauguration. But other people did. It just got renewed for season 2. They're bringing it back for a second season. Somebody watched it. All of these black rappers that are supporting Trump, Waka Flocka, he's still selling tickets to his shows. I mean, do we care about what's that boy? The one that stay high. What's that boy? Not Chief Keef. What's the other one? The one that Trump got out of jail. What's that boy name? Oh gosh. Y'all, what's that boy name? Xavier, you know who I'm talking about. Is it NBA Young? No, I wasn't thinking about NBA. Kodak Black. That's who I'm thinking about. Kodak Black. I mean, I don't listen to his music, but I'm sure he's still making money. I don't listen to him, So I'm going to be honest. I do think that we'll jump on black women faster than we'll jump on black men. I agree. I agree with that. I think that's my opinion. I think it. Now, me personally, I mean, and I'm done with unless something else comes out, I'm done with the whole chili thing. But like I told you guys yesterday, what bothered me the most out of the chili thing was you playing in my face. I just don't like it. I don't like you playing in my face. I would much rather you just be like, look, I would much rather you just not say anything at all. Or be like, look, yes, I voted for him. That's who I support. That's how I feel. It is what it is. Did you call me bully? DeMarcus, thank you for the super chat. Did you just call me bully? I am not a bully. Snoop Dogg album dropping April the 10th. What do you think about Kanye West album? I don't think anything about Kanye West album because I ain't listened to it and I don't plan to listen to it. Snoop Dogg album dropping. Okay, so he does have album coming out. I mean, I'm not buying it. He gonna give me a super chat and call me bully. And you as bad as Mims trolling me. Now somebody earlier said that Chili can't be canceled. Yes, the fuck she can. Where else is Chili getting money from but the black community? If black women don't go, oh, the name of the album is Bully. Oh, I was like, is he calling me bully? The name of the album is Bully. My bad. My apologies. My apologies. Yeah, she absolutely can be canceled. What you mean she can't be canceled? Who the fuck else is going to a TLC concert? She ain't put out no new music. Who else is going to a TLC concert? T-Boz dropped that pic in her Delta gear quick as F. T-Boz is a Delta? I didn't know that. I did not know that T-Boz was a Delta. Look at me learning something new every day. That's AI. Okay, because I'm about to say I did not know she was a Delta. I had never heard that. I had never seen her before. I never. Okay, that was AI. Okay. Child, let's be honest. Someone said she's rich because of this tour. Girl, $25,000 a stop ain't nothing with taxes and fees coming out. All right, y'all. That's AI. That's AI. That's AI. She not a Delta. Okay. She posted it. T-Boz posted it on her own page. And she wait, what? T-Boz posted on her own page in Delta gear. Huh. Hold on, y'all. I'm hot. Let me turn on this fan real quick. It's hot in here. I had the door open. I'm scared to open up the window. One, because of pollen, and two, it'll be 20 degrees tomorrow. I open up all the windows, and then I wake up in the morning freezing. Child, this damn weather need to make up its mind. Yeah, I don't think she's a Delta either. Somebody said it's AI. But I hope she didn't actually post it herself. She know better. She know better than that. Let me see. I don't follow her, but let me see. Let me see if it's up there. Let me see if it's still out here on the Twitter, on the universe. Let me see. T-Boz. Let me see. No, I don't see it on here. Let me see. Let me see this. Hold on. Nah, I don't see it on here. Let me see right here. Yeah, I don't know. That was if it was out there, it was AI, and I don't see it. Now that's the truth with the weather, right? I'm scared to open up the windows and forget to close them and wake up and be freezing in the morning. Plus the pollen. I don't want all that daggone pollen in my house. But anyway, I hope Chili and Nick Cannon educate themselves after all of this. Well, I don't think Chili needs to be educated. I think Chili's very clear on how she feels. She just listen. Contrary to what we might all think, there are black people that support Trump. I think she's just one of them. You know, she has a right to support Trump. I have a right not to support her. It's real easy. She didn't go to college, nor is she an honorary member. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know where that kind. I mean, somebody. I don't. Again, it's clearly AI. Right. If she was honorary, it would have been everywhere. Nick cares about traditional family values, right? With 20 kids all over the United States, child. Nick can be canceled. He has not crossed over like Snoop. Let me say this. To a certain extent, Nick Cannon has crossed over. But he felt the wrath when he offended the Jewish community and his shit started getting canceled. And he got fired from America's Got Talent. Hey, Cheryl. I gotta look, but I'm sure it was on her page on IG. I just went to her page on IG. Hold on. Maybe I'm not on her official page because that's where I just looked. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I was just looking for, was her page. T-Boss. I don't see an official page by her. T-Boss. I mean, I see this one, but it doesn't have a blue check, so I don't know if this is her official page or not. I see one with her name. I see one with T-Boss. Listen. I don't think this is her original. I don't think this is her real page. I don't know. Moving right along. Search the real T-Boss. Okay. The real T-Boss. Okay. The real T-Boss. Oh, thank you. It came right up. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, it's not on her Instagram. If it's out there, it's AI that somebody else posted, and it might have been posted on a fake channel. But I don't see anything with her in. Yeah, no. The closest thing I see is her in a red sweatshirt, but it's not a Delta shirt. So the consensus is get the black women because the black men got too much clout to really be affected. No, I didn't say that was the consensus. Well, that's not the consensus for me. What I'm saying is the people, because here's the thing. Kodak Black can be canceled, but who the fuck is listening to Kodak Black? But yeah, he can be canceled. The people who listen to Kodak Black music, do you think they're politically astute? Do you think they're paying attention to politics? Do you think they give a fuck? Most of them probably don't. I don't know why my shirts are fitting me like this lately. I don't like it. It's like they're just leaning to the side or something. Ooh, my boob coming out. What is going on with my shirt? I'm showing my bra and stuff. Okay. Yeah, she's not a Delta. I was pretty certain she wasn't a Delta, but again, I said, baby, I took a screenshot and we'll post it in El Teddy's Discord. I'm not in El Teddy's Discord, so I won't see it. But thank you. Yeah, it's probably AI because she's definitely not a Delta. It's AI. Oh, if it was on Facebook, yeah, it's definitely fake. You know all that fake shit be over there. I don't even go to Facebook, child. Oh yeah, it's definitely fake coming from. Yeah, it's definitely fake. But anyway, okay, thank you, boo. I just feel like the black men that have shown themselves to be MAGA friendly or MAGA. I'm not saying that they can't be canceled. What I'm saying is they're either here or they're here. They're not in that middle range from where I sit. Now, y'all can tell me I'm wrong. But right, all the Deltas in the chat were like, we don't know her. But anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah, Don said he could tell us AI by looking at it. Yeah. Anyway, moving right along. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying for the top and for the bottom. You have Snoop, you have Stephen A. Smith, you know what I mean? No, the black community cannot cancel Snoop. I'm sorry. I know we like to think we are all powerful. We will need help. We would need help to cancel Snoop. Can Snoop be canceled? Yes. Can Snoop be canceled by the black community alone? No. That's my opinion. And I could be wrong. Can Kodak Black be canceled? Yeah, he can be canceled. But again, I don't listen to his music. How am I going to cancel him? You saw with Kanye West. Kanye West said some of the craziest, wildest shit and got away with it until he offended who? The Jewish community. Then it was a whole nother conversation. That's all I'm saying. Yes, we can cancel Nelly. We absolutely have the power to cancel Nelly. Absolutely, we fucking do. We do. We had the power to cancel Chrisette Michelle. She was canceled. We had the power to cancel Chili. Looks like she's canceled. But it's either here or here. Right. How long until they live out their usefulness? There you go. If Ryan Coogler was donating, I'd be taking just as loud. Right. That's what I'm saying. For some of us, yes, across the board. Let me tell you something. Somebody just put Cornell made that country album and thought he was good with the whites. Well, child. I get we all different and have our own stance. To me, just keep the same energy across the board. But that's my opinion. Right. I agree with you. I do. The ones that have been successfully canceled have been Black women. Agreed. Agreed. I don't disagree with you, Kim. I don't disagree with you. Did we close the doors? I feel like did we close the damn doors? Anyway, child, if you listen, I think we already closed the doors, but I just forgot to tell y'all. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. There's 290 of y'all in this chat. We're about to have to open up the kitchen. Don, y'all know we open the kitchen up when we got 300 people in the room. Don, go on and get your menu together. Go on and get your menu together. You can support the channel in the free 99 way, which is hit the like button, subscribe, share me out. If you're watching this on a replay, hype us up. Hype this video up, okay? If you would like to make a monetary donation to the platform, you know you can always do that. Cruiser said it was not locked. She walked right on in. You can always make a monetary donation to the platform by way of Super Chat, Cash App. You can PayPal or you can Zelle. And yes, we are still taking donations for the Easter dinners that I will start ordering tonight. When we get done with this, we're immediately going into Married to Medicine, and then we're going to head on over there. And then I'll do the start ordering them tonight. Okay. All right. Snoop would have caught less flack had he not said the mess about people being raccoons if they perform at the Bone Spur. Not the Bone Spur Bandit. Y'all are crazy. Not the Bone Spur Bandit. Right. Tawana said it don't matter what you put on the menu because the people gonna make up their own menu. But that's Don's fault. He be cooking it. That is Don's fault. He be cooking it. Look, Mims went live. He came over here and trolled me, and now he live. Hold on, let me see. Wait a minute, what's this? Oh. Okay. I don't care about canceling. I'm talking ish and not supporting and talking ish again. Okay. I believe that the cancel culture is trash. Okay. I don't. I'm fine with the cancel culture. But I'm like Kim, let's keep it fair across the board. I'm with Kim on that one. Yeah, Nelly is walking around here with a second season still touring. Ashanti is still stomping the floor. I agree, Kim. I mean, I know you're not arguing with me, but I'm saying you get no arguments out of me. You get no arguments out of me. 120% you get no arguments out of me, baby. I promise you. I promise you. All right, let's keep going. We don't have a whole lot to talk about. Let's keep going, child. I swear I don't even know how we keep getting stuck on these things tonight, honey. All right. Now, in news we probably don't care that much about, there's a hairstylist accusing Yandy Smith of not paying for her services rendered at a recent birthday photo shoot. Now, I mean, we don't really care, but let's go on and read it anyway, honey. So this woman, the hair doctor, or him or he or her, is this the hair doctor? Is this Mitch? Isn't the hair doctor Mitch, Saucy Santana's friend that does Tamar's hair and other people's hair? Is that who this is? Because I know that's his name on TikTok. His name is the hair doctor on TikTok, or the hair doc or something. All right, let me read it. It says, I've worked with industry professionals before, so I understand that sometimes payment can be delayed depending on the agreement, but that was not the case here. Excuse me. I traveled. I detangled her wig for 30 minutes. I removed residue and stayed on set past midnight, fixing her hair throughout the entire shoot. She even asked me to record behind the scenes. I was going to say behind the scenes content. Now suddenly there's confusion about payment. At first she claimed she thought I was another stylist assistant and that the stylist wouldn't be paying me and that she was just tipping. That the stylist will be paying me and that she was just tipping. Okay, miscommunication happens, cool. But after I received only $200, I immediately clarified that my travel fee alone starts at $300 and that I needed to be paid in full. Instead of correcting it, she started making excuses, bringing up unrelated issues about my tools. That's when it became clear that there was no real intention to pay me properly. Even when the stylist offered to cover the remaining balance, Yandy said, you don't have to do that. So the question is, why aren't you paying me in full? At a certain point, it's not about going back and forth. It's about it's about knowing your worth and not allowing your time and work to be undervalued. Yandy only owed $525, not $2,000. His name is the hair physician. Oh, his name is the hair physician. Okay. Yeah, I have questions. On both ends. I have questions on Yandy's end and I have questions on the stylist's end. You said that your travel fee alone is $300. So my question is, who hired you? Who did you talk to when you got hired? Because isn't that a conversation that you have? Did you not require a deposit before you travel? I know for a lot of people like that do like concierge service where they show up, a lot of them require a deposit. So did you talk to Yandy or you talked to Yandy's assistant? And when you talk to Yandy or when you talk to Yandy's assistant, what was the conversation? Was the conversation, this is what my travel fee is, this is how much I charge for a style, and if you want me to stay on set, this is how much I charge per hour? That should have been the conversation. And then once you got there and you were asked to do all of these things, where was that conversation? Well, I was only booked to style your wig. I wasn't booked to stay on set and keep your hair. Like, I wasn't. This is going to be an extra fee. This is going to be an extra fee. See, y'all don't take care of business when it comes to celebrities because for multiple reasons. One, I think y'all think it's going to be a come up. And so y'all like, ooh, it's a celebrity and it's going to be great content. And I can tell people, I did Yandy's hair. So you didn't stay on your business because if I promise you, if that had been Laquita that said, I want you to come and do my hair for my birthday photo shoot. And Laquita asked you to film behind the scenes footage. And Laquita asked you to stay until after midnight so you can make sure her hair was styled for all the pictures. You would have definitely been very clear with Laquita about what your fees were, your deposit, how much you charge, and what the expectation was. But why didn't Yandy know? Now, on the flip side, Miss Yandy, even if there was a miscommunication, once you found out, oh no, wait a minute, this person was hired for just me and they've been here for XYZ amount of hours. And oh my goodness, I even asked them to film footage for me. Girl, cash have that girl that $500 or that man that $500 and going about your day. he said the person said all you owed was $724. I know people who pay more than $700 for the wig. Forget the install. Forget the styling. They pay $700 for the wig, ma'am. Girl, I feel like on both ends, there was some issues with professionalism and some conversations. Are we assuming that the conversation wasn't had? It might have been just not with Yandy. Well, that's why I'm asking the question. These are questions that I'm asking. And like I said, I feel like balls were dropped on both ends. I feel like the ball was dropped on both sides of this. You know what I'm saying? Who booked you? And what was that conversation? I agree. That's where I started. Who booked you and what was the conversation? Because your fee should be clear. This is what I charge. This is what I require. If you want me to travel, that's concierge service. This is what I charge for a concierge service. If not, she can come in my salon and I'll do her hair in my salon. The problem is a lot of these new stylists don't be having salons, but we ain't gonna go, child. They don't be having chairs. That's another conversation for another day, child. Maybe the stylist owes them, not Yandy. Again, who did you have your conversation with? Because that's what I'm saying. It definitely sounds like something wasn't connected. But who did you have your conversation with? Because if you never had a conversation with Yandy, then that's not who your issue is with. Who did you contract your service with? That's who you need to be talking to. Now, again, once you had the conversation with Yandy and Yandy understood, oh, wait a minute, yada, 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 do-do-do-do-do, woo-do-woo-do-woo. Yandy, you've been doing this long enough to understand how this works. Like, somebody owe that person some money. At the end of the day, they were there. They were there till after midnight, and she did a service. So even if there was a mix-up, you thought the stylist was going to handle it, the stylist thought you were going to handle it. Again, in my opinion, for me, this starts with, who did you have your conversation with? Who did you have because clearly there's no written contract. So who did you make the oral contract with? Who was that person? That's who your issue is with. Just because you were doing Yandy's hair doesn't mean that's who was paying you. Doesn't even mean that was the expectation of who was paying you. If that's the case, Yandy shouldn't be telling the assistant not to pay. But that's what I'm saying, Kim. This whole thing is confusion to me. It's confusion to me because, again, I guess for me, I'm starting at the beginning. Ring, ring. Hey, how are you? This is the hair physician, the hair doctor, whoever the fuck I am. Yes, I have a client that is doing a birthday photo shoot, and we would like to retain your services. Okay. Well, this is what I charge. Where's the event? Are you coming to my salon or am I coming to you? Oh, you want me to come to you? Okay, this is how much I cost. This is what I charge for travel fee. This is what I charge for the style. And this is what I charge per hour if you want me to stay on set and continue to do your hair. Uh-huh. That's what you want? Okay. So I need you to send me a deposit. A deposit of $200 is due before I show up. Yeah. You need my Cash App? I'm going to send it to you right now. Uh-huh. Okay. And who am I speaking with? And whose hair will I be doing? And you are her assistant? You're her manager? Oh, you're the stylist? So you're the person I should ask for when I get on set? Okay. Are you the person you're the person that's going to be paying me? Got it. Okay. See, those are the questions you ask before you pack up your combs and your glue spray. Those are the questions you ask before you walk out the door. And you make sure you have the money before you walk out the door. Cause ma'am, why are you there? Yandy got the service. It's still her responsibility. It's not Yandy's responsibility if that's not who made the contract. It's not. If the stylist called the hairdresser, hairstylist, whatever the correct term is these days, if the stylist was the one that hired them, then the stylist is the one responsible for paying. It doesn't matter whose hair she was doing. If Yandy didn't hire her or him, That's not who's responsible for paying them. The person responsible for paying is the person who hired them. I can call somebody to come and wash Pat's car. Just because it's Pat's car doesn't make it Pat's responsibility. I called and said, I want you to come out here and detail this car. I'm doing it as a birthday gift for my friend. If I decide not to pay, that ain't on Pat. Pat didn't call nobody. You know what I'm saying? I have a feeling they were asked to stay late after being there all day. I don't think they negotiated staying past midnight. No. They definitely didn't negotiate. But what I'm saying is, so here's the thing. And this is where being a celebrity stylist or hairdresser or makeup artist, these are the things that you need to think about. If you want to step into that realm, these are the types of things you have to think about. It's not just showing up, doing your hair and leaving. Oh, absolutely not. When you're doing people's makeup, you see on we're going to talk about the Married to Madison reunion. Oh, shit. Did I schedule it for 8 o'clock? Child, we better hurry up. Maybe I scheduled it for 8:30. I don't know. But for the Married to Madison reunion, those hairstylists and makeup artists are there all day long. They are there. They are there until Andy yells a wrap. That's a wrap. They don't get to come and do the makeup at 7 o'clock in the morning and leave. We see them at commercial breaks coming out there with the comb, coming out there with the makeup, with the little sponge and little lipstick to little touch them up. They get paid all day long, which means when you want to step into that realm of becoming a celebrity stylist, celebrity hairdresser, whatever, then those are the things you have to think about when you start coming up with your price list. Because that's the expectation. The expectation is you're going to stay there until this is done. So now you need to charge. Okay, well, this is how much I'm charging for the style. This is what I'm charging for my travel. And this is what I charge per hour to stay on set. See what I'm saying? But that's where people got to learn how to do business and understand. It's not just about saying, oh, I did Tamar's hair. Oh, I did Toni Braxton's hair. Oh, I did hair for people on Married to Madison for the reunion. That is the expectation. You got to understand what that entails from beginning to end. And you have to make sure you are paying yourself what you are worth. So that's why I'm saying somebody owes that lady or man, because I don't know if it's a lady or man. Somebody owes them money. Okay, thanks, Tracy. Somebody owes them money, to be sure. The question, though, is it Yandy? And then it does sound like Yandy got a little attitude, but we don't know what happened. See, I always y'all know I pay attention to everything. I always get leery. Oh, wait a minute, Tracy. Yandy has responded, so hold on. We're gonna talk about Yandy's response in a second. Oh no, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go back to what was originally said. This is where I pay attention to everything. When this person said, now suddenly there's confusion about payment. And she said, at first she claimed that she thought I was another stylist assistant and that the stylist would be paying me and that she was just tipping. But after I received only $200, which is what I guess that was Yandy's tip, was $200. I immediately clarified that my travel time alone starts at $300. So then why didn't you get a deposit, baby girl, before you left your house? But okay. And that I needed to be paid in full. Instead of correcting it, she started making excuses, bringing up unrelated issues about my tools. See, that's where you lost me. Because maybe in your mind they were unrelated issues, but maybe they weren't unrelated issues. Maybe there were some legitimate issues with your tools. Maybe you showed up and your tools were dirty. Maybe you showed up and your tools didn't work and you had to borrow other people's stuff. Maybe you showed up unprepared. See, I don't know. Shut up, Abby. But let me see what Yandy said. Tracy sent me something Yandy said. Hold on. And then we're going to talk about Tiger Woods, and then we're going to talk about T.S. Madison and Kaya. Because, Lord, not Kaya. I'm always used to saying T.S. Madison and Kaya. Child, it ain't Kaya this time. Hold on. So Yandy posted this. Let me turn the video down. Listen. She said, I felt like a princess all day. Thanks to everyone that made my day so special. All I requested was the most calmest, relaxing princess treatment kind of day, and that's exactly what I got. Okay, well, Yandy said that everything went well. That's what Yandy said. Yandy said everything went well, child. Look. And I guess that's the hairstyle we arguing about. I guess. Right. I'm sure Kai would have something to say. All right. Well, let's finish this up because I'm like I said, I don't have a lot to talk about, child. All right. That was Yandy. That was that. Uncle Luke warns Nick Cannon and Chili they're on the wrong side with support of the MAGA movement, says Trump has tried to erase Black history. So this is what Uncle Luke had to say. Uncle Luke said, "Let the adult in the room speak. To Nick Cannon and Chili, I say this with love, but also with truth. What y'all are saying right now, in my opinion, is dead wrong." Thank you for the Easter basket donation. Thank you. Now let me be clear. I'm the one who fought all the way to the Supreme Court for the speech, so I respect your right to say whatever you want. That's a fact. But this hits different. Because the same Black people you're turning your backs on, the same Black women you're dismissing, those are the same people who built you. They buy your tickets, they watch your shows, they support your careers. And now you're aligning with a man, Donald Trump, who has openly disrespected Black women, including Michelle Obama and countless other accomplished Black women. Our people depend on the Department of Education. Our people depend on HUD. Our people depend on opportunity, not having their achievements dismissed as DEI. This same man has tried to erase Black history, limit what our children can learn, praise and pardon officers involved in killing unarmed Black men. So don't act like this is just politics. This is personal. Nick, you were right about one thing. Yes, a Republican president signed a law freeing enslaved Africans. That's history. But you left out everything that happened after that. You left out where today's MAGA movement stands. You left out who was constantly fighting for civil rights, voting rights, and opportunity. If this were left up to them right now, they'd take us backwards, not forward. And let's be real, if they truly cared about Black people, about foundational Black Americans, descendants of slaves, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. We'd be talking about reparations. So I'm not coming at y'all with hate. I'm coming at you with responsibility because influence comes with accountability. And right now, y'all are on the wrong side of this one. And people keep asking why I'm running for Congress. This is exactly why. To stand up, to speak out, to fight for our people where others won't. And then he said, go to his website. Because he is running for Congress. Yeah. Well, to be fair, Kim, Uncle Luke did speak out against Snoop and Nelly. I don't know if he spoke out against Waka or Kanye, but he definitely spoke out. He had words for Snoop. He had words for Nelly. He absolutely did. I just think that now that he's running for Congress, you're going to see a lot more of things that Luke is saying, but he absolutely did. Yeah, he absolutely did. Mm-hmm. Nick Cannon took his video with Amber Rose down. They said that Tiger Woods reportedly will not hire a driver due to privacy concerns. Sir. You mean more privacy than your mugshot being plastered all over the news from getting a DUI? You mean that privacy? Baby, you better get them people to sign an NDA and keep on moving with your life. What you doing that you don't want a driver to see? Pull up a partition. Baby, you better hire you one of the best private companies out there that have a great reputation. Get them people to sign an ironclad NDA and go on with your damn business. Sir, what are you hiding? Who? He's not married. Tiger Woods isn't married. He's dating Donald Trump's somebody in Donald. He's dating somebody related to Donald Trump. But they're not married. Congratulations to Brandy Norwood. She received her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Congratulations to her. Grey's Anatomy is the show that will not end. It has been renewed for season 23 on ABC. And I can honestly say I have never watched Grey's Anatomy. But congratulations to Grey's Anatomy for being renewed for 23 seasons. What's up, Fedor? Don Jr.'s ex-wife. Okay, thank you, Fedor. I knew it was a Trump. I just didn't know who. Thank you. Don Jr.'s ex-wife. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And of course, Watson and DMV have been canceled over at CBS. Look, we know what CBS is giving y'all. I mean, we know what it is and we know what it's giving. I don't know what y'all want. I mean, I never watched Watson. I did watch a few episodes of the DMV. It was cute. I mean, it was a sitcom, you know. I mean, it was a sitcom. It was cute. But I didn't watch Watson, so I can't be mad because I didn't watch it, you know. Yeah, Beyond the Gates. It does make me nervous for Beyond the Gates. Yes, it does. People say Watson was boring. Well, I already told you I'm not really into those types of shows. It's probably why I never watched Grey's Anatomy. I'm not into like hospital shows. I'm just not. To me, Watson reminded me of House, and I definitely wasn't. I didn't care nothing about House. I didn't know his mistress was the white woman. Whose mistress? Shonda's not involved with Grey's Anatomy anymore. Yeah, Watson was with Morris Chestnut. Watson was nothing like, but I don't know. I'm saying it looked like it from the previews. So Tiger's not married. He doesn't have a mistress. You can't have a mistress if you're not married. He might. I mean, he has a girlfriend. You mean he's got another girlfriend? Are you saying he got more than one girlfriend? Because Tiger Woods is not married, y'all. He's got a girlfriend. You mean the mistress that he cheated on his wife with when he was married? You talking about her? You're like, what's? Yeah, I just never watched it. I don't know if it was good or not. I just never watched it. So, you know. Oh, you're saying during his marriage. Oh, you know what? I don't follow. I knew when they said that the woman was chasing him with a golf club down the driveway. I knew he cheated. I ain't know all the details, but I knew he cheated. And to be honest, after that, I kind of tuned it out because I've never been a Tiger Woods fan. I've always thought Tiger Woods was an arrogant prick. I've never been a fan. Shonda, when she left ABC and went over to Netflix, because remember she left How to Get Away with Murder, and she left what was the other show with Kerry Washington in it? It's still her show, but she stopped being the showrunner. Is that the proper term? The showrunner? When she went to Netflix. Yeah, she left ABC a long time ago. Scandal, yeah. Those are, Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder are still her shows, but she left ABC and went to Netflix. Long time ago. Yeah. She didn't create How to Get Away with Murder? Oh, my bad. I thought she created. Okay, my bad. It's part of Shondaland, though. How to Get Away with Murder is part of Shondaland, right? So it's just under her company. It's just under her company. Okay. Yeah, Thursday nights, Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder used to be my shit. Okay, Scandal was gone before she left Netflix. So just How to Get Away with Murder. Okay. She left season 8, you could tell. She left what season 8? How to Get Away with Murder or Scandal? She created how to get. Oh Lord, look, hold on, because I ain't about to. Oh Lord, hold on. Let's just find out. Did Shonda create? Hold on. Okay, not exactly. Peter Norwalk created How to Get Away with Murder. Shonda Rhimes was an executive producer through Shondaland, so a lot of people associate the show with her. So that's what Xavier said. Listen, generally speaking, when Xavier tells me stuff when it comes to television, I believe him because that's what he does. Like that's what he's going to school for. That's what he's going to school for. So I tend to lean to what he said, and that's what he said. But it's all under her umbrella of Shondaland. Right. Got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so all of those shows were under her umbrella though, right? Well, Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder were is I don't think Grey's Anatomy is under Shondaland, is it? Yeah, well, I know Bridgerton are books, so I knew she didn't create Bridgerton. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Right, all under the umbrella. Okay, so yes, all of it's under her umbrella. Got it. Okay. All right, so let's get into this last story before we get out of here, child. I got to get over to talk about these Married to Medicine people. So the other night, now look, this T.S. Madison and Michelle A.C. Alien Brown, right? So the other night, T.S. Madison was live with Craig and they were doing their show. I'm going to just say P Talk. Y'all know I don't like saying the whole name of the show, but we're going to call it P Talk for the purposes of this conversation. They were live and she was doing a live reaction to a video that she started out with private practice. Oh, well, wait a minute. Now I'm confused because private practice was a spinoff from Grey's Anatomy. So wouldn't she have started with Grey's Anatomy? She was only a writer and created Grey's Anatomy. Shonda has only written and created Grey's Anatomy. Okay. Scandal, Queen Charlotte, and Inventing Anna. Okay, got it. Right, private practice was after Grey's Anatomy, so she had to come before Grey's Anatomy for private practice. Okay. I couldn't get into private practice. I liked it at first, but after y'all know how I feel about certain things. After oh boy, the black guy started dating his ex-wife's best friend, I was stopped watching it. I was like, I don't care no more about this. So T.S. Madison was live. They were doing a live reaction to a video that Michelle A.T.L. and Brown had done. Tay Diggs, thank you. And she was basically breaking the video down, right? Talking about what Michelle was saying, that what was lies, what was the truth, what should have been said, all of the things, right? And literally in mid live, the live goes down. Now, some of y'all may not have ever seen that happen before, but those of us who were in this place called the beef sector, We have seen that happen before. We have seen people's live go down in mid-live because somebody has filed a copyright strike or some sort of strike against the channel, and YouTube will take your live down in midstream. And that is what happened. Michelle filed a copyright strike against T.S. Madison, claiming that T.S. Madison was using her content, and she got and YouTube took the video down in midstream. In the interim, T.S. Madison has she got the copyright taken off of her channel. YouTube reversed the decision once T.S. appealed it and showed that she was doing a reaction video, which is what, that's why sometimes, y'all, when I'm doing videos and I'm, doing a reaction video, you have to stop. You can't just play people's content uninterrupted. You have to stop. You have to do commentary, because if you don't stop and do commentary, then somebody can come along and say, hey, this person took my content and flagged them, and YouTube will protect your intellectual property to a certain extent, right? So when y'all complain, and when I say y'all, I ain't talking about y'all personally. I'm just saying when people complain about YouTubers, why they keep stopping? I don't want to hear your commentary. I just want to see the video. That's why we tell y'all, well, look, if you want to see the uninterrupted video, go over to so-and-so and such and such. But over here, I'm doing a reaction video, because if I just play somebody's content straight through, my channel can be flagged. And YouTube will tell you there's a place that I can go in my back chat, in my back office, my YouTube studio. There's a tab that I can look at where I can see anybody who has used my content. It will tell me who used it, what day they used it. It will tell me how much of my content they used. And then it will say, do you want it removed? And literally all I have to do is hit a button saying, yeah, that person used my content without my permission. Hit the button, boom. Now the person has an opportunity to appeal it and all that kind of stuff. But it's literally a matter of going in and doing the paperwork on YouTube. And some people are better at it than others. Some people know how to put that paperwork in and make it, and make it stick. And some people are better at using the right language, using the right buzzwords and all that other stuff. Some people are better at it than others. So, because I've done it. I mean, I don't do it often. I generally don't. But there was this one person who literally would take and just upload, would just take my stuff and just re-upload it on their channel. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? When I do a screen recording over on Instagram and I would just re-upload the screen recording, they would take my screen recording and re-upload it on their channel. Absolutely not. They did it to my my escape video. Remember, I was one of the only people that had that live when Tasha went live crying and was trying to give her side of the story and try to explain what happened with the money and all that. I was one of the only people that had that video. Somebody took it. Now, a lot of people took my video and did a reaction to it. I didn't have a problem with that. Even Bondi even used my video. I didn't have a problem with that. But this person literally just took that video and re-uploaded it on their channel. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So once T.S. Madison found out what happened, T.S. Madison, of course, she had it in fish grease, because the reality of the situation is, Michelle, you've been taking T.S. Madison's content for years. You've been doing the exact same thing on your channel for years. You have been doing reaction videos to T.S. Madison's content for years. Years. She has a playlist that has over 30 videos in it. That's more videos than I got on the Bishop. You have a playlist that has over 30 videos in it for T.S. Madison, but you filed a copyright strike on her. And T.S. Madison was like, listen. Now, what's funny is she done took that playlist down. That's funny. She done took that playlist down. Real interesting, right? Now, T.S. went live today, and basically T.S. was like, listen, let me tell you something. I really haven't been doing all of that striking and all of that. You've been talking about me for years, and I never did no strike on you. I never filed no paperwork on you. I never did none of that because honestly, at the end of the day, I really don't give a fuck enough. But just remember, you started this war. You hit first strike. Like, you started this. And basically, she had let it be known that she gonna strike Michelle A.T. Alien Brown every chance she get. And I find it interesting that she took that playlist down. Now, I feel like T.S. Madison might have some of it, because she was like, today when she went live, she said, you didn't get all the videos. You took that playlist down, but you forgot some. So I feel like T.S. Madison got a few videos in her arsenal. Now, she said that she's working right now. She was on her way to New York because they're doing, P-Talk has some shows in New York this week. And so she said, I'm working right now, but I'm going to get you. And it's funny because Michelle A.T. Alien went live today. But guess where she went live? She went live on Instagram to talk about T.S. Madison. She didn't go live on YouTube. T.S. Madison said, baby, why you not live on YouTube? Why you ain't go live on YouTube? Go live on YouTube. Talk about me on YouTube. But I find it interesting that now all of a sudden you just going to go live on Instagram. You're not going live on YouTube. Now, Michelle ATLN does have a Patreon. So I feel like she's going to start doing her T.S. Madison content in her Patreon. That's what or Instagram. Because you know what you did was dirty. You know what you did was dirty. And you know what you did was effed up. Especially if y'all been doing this back and forth for years. And you do the same thing. It'd be different if T.S. Madison was doing something to you that you weren't doing to her. Y'all are both doing the same thing. Y'all are both playing each other's content and doing reaction videos to it. Y'all are doing the same thing. Michelle says she took the playlist down, but she doesn't remove any of the videos. Right. She took the playlist down. I didn't say she deleted them. I just said she took the videos down. The playlist is gone. All you got to do is put it on private. I can put anything on private. It's probably still right there. It's probably just on private. Hold on. She did do a live on YouTube today? Oh, then I stand corrected. She was on YouTube. I stand corrected. I stand corrected that she was on YouTube. My bad. I thought, because I'm not subscribed to her, so I was just going by what was being said. She went live after the IG live, right? Okay, so she went live after the IG live. Okay, so I wasn't wrong. I just didn't know she went live after she got off of Instagram. Okay. Well, what did she talk about? When she went live on YouTube, what did she talk about? Oh, this is the picture of... Oh, yeah. You could tell this ain't real. Child, who put this picture up? You can tell this is AI. Who thought this was a real picture of T-Boz in a Delta shirt? Child. I do know if you keep filing false copyright claims, YouTube will snatch it. Yeah, YouTube will do a reverse Uno. YouTube will do a reverse Uno. If you keep filing false claims, YouTube will come and get you. Because they'll be like, stop wasting our fucking time. Mm-hmm. She was talking about TS? Okay. Well, I tell you what, she better not do that. She can talk about TS all day long. I tell you, she better not play none of TS content. She can talk about TS. Talking about the person ain't the issue. It's playing their content. She better not play none of TS content. I tell you that. She tried to explain fair use versus copyright on the live. Mind you, she playing a video where she's talking about Maddie in it. I only heard her say she didn't strike first, and she took playlist down. She said lies are being told. Well, then who did the copyright strike? Because here's one thing. Hold on, y'all. It's still hot in here. Hold on. Like I'm sweating. Give me a second. They don't say it's that hot in here. I thought my thermostat was going to say it's like 80 degrees or something. I'm going to just open up a window because it ain't that hot. It's only like 76 degrees, but for some reason, it is hot as hell. Okay. She tried to explain fair use versus copyright on that live. Let me say this. When you do a copyright strike on somebody, YouTube will tell you who did it. So for her to say she didn't strike first, when T.S. Madison got the email, because YouTube will send you an email telling you why your live went down and what happened, it'll say who did it. So T.S. Madison ain't telling no lie on Michelle. And for Michelle to say she didn't do the first strike, then when did T.S. Madison strike her? Recently, because I think T.S. Madison said she struck her a couple of years ago and it didn't stick. So T.S. says she struck her a couple of years ago, but it didn't even stick. So even if T.S. had sent a strike, it didn't stick. So you were inconvenienced. Nothing happened to you or your channel. She did the strike. She lost me when she said it was a lie. I don't know who, I mean, again, if somebody did it under her name, that means somebody would have had to start a YouTube channel with her name. We know people have YouTube, we know people do that kind of stuff, but that's the only thing, because again, YouTube will tell you who did it. I tapped out because I really don't know about this, and the Love and Marriage Huntsville beef sector has been exhausting. I clicked off. Child, I never tiptoed in that sector, child. That was always too much for me. Yeah. So my thing is this: at the end of the day, does Michelle A.T. Alien have a right to strike a channel if she feels like a person is using her content? Yeah. Yes, she does. My only issue is you do the same thing. And you've been doing the same thing. And you've been doing it for years. So why all of a sudden did you wake up on Sunday with your panties in a bunch, deciding, or Saturday with your panties in a bunch, deciding you're going to do some strikes? Like what happened that made you feel some kind of way on Saturday? I can't stand TS, but Michelle becomes fixated on people she doesn't like. She admitted to striking her channel. Right. So then I'm not understanding. Thank you, Tawana, because I'm about to wrap this up right now. Yeah. I'm just reading the chat. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And again, I've been around since the beginning of this beef, right? Michelle A.T. Elliott involved herself in this beef from the beginning because when T.S. Madison and Kaya fell out, she aligned herself with Kaya. So you included yourself in a beef you didn't have nothing to do with from the beginning. And I was there from the beginning. I was there when the whole thing went down. I was watching the night that T.S. Madison and Kaya got into it, baby. I was watching the Queen's Court. And I watched everything. I watched all the videos back and forth. I followed that whole story when it happened. And she involved herself from the beginning. When Kaya tried to do her own thing, who helped Kaya get her YouTube channel set up? Who taught Kaya how to do all that stuff? Michelle. When Kaya was going live from that little fish place or that little restaurant or whatever, who was there every Wednesday night live in the booth? Michelle. We're not going to forget that Michelle took Andrew Caldwell past T.S. Madison's house. She picked Andrew Caldwell up from the airport and drove him to T.S. Madison's house. Like, we're not going to act like Michelle ain't innocent or is innocent. But she beefed out with Funky. So why would TS do anything with someone beefed out with their friend? I don't understand what you're saying. But she beefed out with Funky. So why would TS do anything with someone who beefed out with their friend? I don't understand what you're saying. Who is the she? When you say she beefed out with Funky, who is the she you talking about? And why would TS do anything with someone beefed out with their friend? T.S. Madison never did any business with Michelle. That's what I'm saying. Michelle aligned herself with Kaya. When T.S. Madison and Kaya fell out, Michelle aligned herself with Kaya. Michelle and T.S. ain't never do no business together, to my knowledge. I mean, I can't say never, but to my knowledge, they never did no business together. She was with Kaya, going against T.S. Madison. Yeah, TS wasn't doing business with Michelle. Someone in the chat earlier said Michelle was mad because TS never had her on her show. I don't think that's what it is. I don't know. Let me say this. I don't know why Michelle has an issue with T.S. Madison, but she does. I don't know why. I don't even want to sit here and make. I don't want to try to figure out why. But was in the comments asking to be on that show. I don't think that's why she's mad. I mean, does she want to be on the show? Probably. A lot of people wanted to be on the show when the Queen's Supreme Court or the Queen's Court was in its heyday. It was like YouTube gold. I mean, it was must see YouTube TV. I mean, I know for me, like I think it was Wednesday nights, baby. I watched it every Wednesday night. You know, it was like must see TV. So I mean, did she want to be on the show? Probably. You know, I don't know. Michelle doesn't like T.S. Madison because she's trans. She said on the show. Okay, that's what I was going to say, but I was like, I don't want to put that on nobody. But I was going to say, I think she just is transphobic. I just think that Michelle A.C. Alien is transphobic. So if she said it on her show that she don't like T.S. Madison because she's trans, then she's transphobic, and there it is. No other reason than that. No other reason than that. But anyway. All right, y'all. Let me get ready to get out of here. We're going to head on over. But I'll keep y'all posted because I think it's only a matter of time before TS is going to pop the shit out of Michelle's channel. So we're going to see. We're going to see what happens next. And whatever happens, listen, fair exchange ain't never been no robbery. If T.S. Madison strike your channel, I don't want to hear nobody crying, complaining. I don't want to hear nobody saying, oh, that's messed up. Why would she do that? Michelle came for T.S. first. See, I don't watch her, Candace. Okay, thank you. You gonna see TS okay. I'm sure she's gonna talk about it on the show at P Talk. I know she's gonna talk about it at the New York shows. Michelle Brown and Funky. Oh yeah, they used to beef, and Michelle's still beefing with Funky. It's a one-way fight at this point, but she still is. She said it many, many times. I mean, I know I've heard her misgender T.S. Madison and talk about. I mean, I've heard her say some transphobic stuff, but again, I don't watch her, so I never heard her say specifically that's why she doesn't like T.S. Madison. But I kind of thought that's why she didn't like her. You know. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. We are headed over to Didn't Michelle and Kaya fall? Yeah, they ended up falling out. Yeah, Michelle and Kaya ended up falling out. Yeah, they did. And Kaya cussed her ass out. Sure did. We're headed over to Married to Medicine, you guys. I do have the redirect on, so y'all don't have to go anywhere. I'm literally going to just click off of here, and then I'm going to start my Married to Medicine so we can talk about last night's reunion and do it. Because her and Josh fell out too. I think they cool again now, but they had fallen out. Josh was her friend. Michelle is one of those people that feel like because she got gay friends, that means she's not transphobic. Ma'am, you are. Anyway, all right. See y'all in a minute.